Okay, we're back with the Alabama statute that basically eliminates abortion in Alabama. So let's go ahead and continue with Section J. The case of Roe v. Wade and its progeny have engendered much civil litigation and legislation attempts to rein in so called abortion rights. Roe v. Wade attempted to define when abortion of an unborn child would be legal. Judges and legal scholars have disagreed and dissented with its findings. As used in this last act, the following terms shall have the following meanings. So I'm actually going to skip this section because it's going to talk about the definitions of abortion, so on and so forth. And that's really just going to take away from the actual purpose of this video. I mean, the definitions are pretty straightforward. So let's just continue on to this section 6. Serious health risk to the unborn child's mother and reasonable medical judgment. The child's mother has a condition that so complicates her medical condition that it necessitates the termination of her pregnancy to avert her death or to avert serious risk of substantial physical impairment of major bodily function. This term does not include a condition based on a claim that a woman is suffering from an emotional or mental illness. Off the top, this section looks like it's going to have an exception to the rule and allow abortions in certain situations, which will cause her to engage in conduct that intends to result in her death or the death of her unborn child. However, the condition may exist if the second physician, who is licensed in Alabama as a psychiatrist with a minimum of 3 years of clinical experience, examines the woman and documents that the woman has diagnosed serious mental illness, and because of it, there's reasonable medical judgment that she will engage in conduct that could result in her death or the death of her unborn child. If the mental health diagnosis and likelihood of the conduct is confirmed as provided in this act, and it is determined that a termination of a pregnancy is medically necessary to avoid the conduct, the termination may be performed and shall be only performed by physicians licensed in Alabama and a hospital as defined in the Alabama Administrative Code and to which he or her has admitting privileges. So this section is pretty much self-explanatory. If you have a mental illness that's going to cause you to hurt yourself or hurt the child after the child is born, then you are exempt from or your doctor or your medical practitioner is exempt from performing an abortion on you. So basically, it's saying that they won't be criminally prosecuted if they follow the procedure. And then it talks about unborn child, a person, a human being specifically, including the unborn child in utero at any stage of development, regardless of viability. So I take this definition here to mean that it really doesn't matter what stage the child is in. Basically, if he is in the woman's womb, basically it's an unborn child. I think there have been arguments in the past. I'm not an abortion expert. I don't know these things, but to me it seems like there's been debates in the past on when the child becomes human, and this definition basically says it basically doesn't matter. And then it goes into other definitions, which I'm basically going to skip because it's not going to really add any value to the video. An abortion shall be permitted if an attending physician licensed in Alabama determines that an abortion is necessary in order to prevent a serious health risk to the unborn child's mother, except in the case of medical emergency as defined herein. The physician's determination shall be confirmed in writing by a second physician licensed in Alabama. The confirmation shall occur within 180 days after the abortion is completed and shall be prima facie evidence for a permitted abortion. Section 5. No woman upon whom an abortion is performed or attempted to be performed shall be criminally or civilly liable. Again, here is the mentioning or showing that women are not actually going to be held or punished for attempting to get this abortion done. Furthermore, no physician confirming the serious health risk to the child's mother shall be criminally or civilly liable for those actions. An abortion performed in violation of this act is a class felony, a class A felony, I'm sorry. An attempted abortion performed in violation of this act is a class C felony. So I don't know what a class A felony is or class C felony is in Alabama. Maybe we'll look at those in the next video. This section shall not apply to a physician licensed in Alabama performing a termination of pregnancy or assisting in performing a termination of a pregnancy due to medical emergency as defined by this act. Section 8, this construction of existing statutes and regulations that regulate or recognize abortion in Alabama that are in conflict with or an antagonistic to this act shall be repealed as null and void and shall recognize the prohibition of abortion as provided in this act. If this act is challenged and enjoined pending a final judicial decision, the existing statutes and regulations that regulate or recognize abortion shall remain in effect during that time. So to me, it looks like they're saying that there's already some statutes out there regarding abortion. Those statutes or acts are null and void in light of this statute. But if this statute is challenged and there's a decision pending, those previous abortion statutes and acts are in full effect. At least that's what I get from reading it. Although this bill would have its purpose or affect the requirement of a new or increased expenditure of local funds, the bill is excluded from further requirements and application under Amendment 621, now appearing in Section 111.05 of the official recompilation of the Constitution of Alabama of 1901 as amended, because the bill defines a new crime or amends a definition of an existing crime. Section 10 of this act shall become effective 6 months following its passage and approval by governor or it's otherwise becoming law. So that's it. So I guess in the next video, we'll basically look at a class A felony and a class C felony in Alabama. And then I'll also give you my opinion of this whole abortion debate. And we'll talk about that a little bit. And I guess I'll see what you guys think. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and please continue on to the next video.